Let me talk a little bit about Mr. Henley and the street gang here. As I said, Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the rolling 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet, talk shows, and podcasts, all things that law enforcement have looked at closely as part of this investigation. He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprises activities, and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence.
Urban Artificial Intelligence Strategic Thinking Media Platform. Bricc, Baby, Luce Cannon, and Big U all arrested in a rolling 60s Crip Rico crackdown. This is some pretty crazy news, man. This is some crazy turn of events. We know a couple of days ago there was supposedly a SWAT happened at Luce Cannon's home. We heard Wack 100 speaking on this a couple of months ago, and people in the comments of some of the videos were saying, yeah, Wack told us about this, Wack warned us about this. Wack has been saying Big U was going to get arrested for months, maybe even the last year. He's been constantly saying, and I don't know if this is something that Wack knew about. He has some inside information, or if he just doesn't like Big U. We know Wack 100 and Big U have a rocky past. They was going back and forth with each other for a while. So I don't know if Wack 100 was saying this because this is something that he wanted to happen, because he just don't like Big U, or if he had some type of inside information that he knew something that we didn't. Either way, it did come to pass. Big U, Luce Cannon, Bricc, Baby, 18-person, 19-person indictment, rolling 60s Crip, federal indictment. This is crazy, man. People also said Luce Cannon and Bricc, Baby, appearing on No Jumper together also seemed kind of strange. We know Luce Cannon went viral a couple of days ago. There was some type of SWAT incident or some type of incident that happened with the police at Luce Cannon home that had his home canvassed off, barricaded off. His wife made a video that went viral from outside her home. A lot of things was going on there. Somebody told me that the police took blood for him for whatever reason. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know if that's true. I don't know what happened. I felt like that was kind of weird because some people were saying that he got locked up, but his house got surrounded by the police and seemingly raided, but he didn't go to jail. Now, a couple of days later, there's a federal indictment where he's picked up with 18 other Rolling 60 Crip members, man. This is a crazy situation. Get in the comments and let me know that first swatting or police interaction that Luce Cannon had, did that have anything to do with what's going on now? And what about Luce Cannon and Bricc, Baby, both being on No Jumper at the same time? I don't know. They knew each other from back in the day, but they weren't working with each other from the latest of what I've seen from the situation, there had been a gap in time where they weren't on No Jumper at the same time. But then all of a sudden they show up together and then this happens. I don't know, man. Something is going on up at No Jumper. I want y'all to get in the comments, man, and let me know. Do y'all hold a No Jumper platform? Do y'all hold them to any type of accountability during this whole thing? A lot of these conversations, what the police are talking about in these documents, and we're going to get to that in a minute. A lot of these are things that was discussed on No Jumper. This is gonna kind of make things shaky for the future of podcasts moving forward, what people can and can't say. This is a crazy situation. This is going to be a crazy case, but this could possibly change the way that people talk about things in podcasts. We've seen it with rappers a lot, right? Rappers say things in records and it comes back to bite them. But you know what? Not everybody can rap. So only a certain amount of people are going to be caught up in that situation. But this is different, okay? Everybody can talk. Everybody can get on a podcast and talk. You don't have to have a talent to be a guest on a podcast. You could just have good conversation. You could just be entertaining. You could just be funny. So not everybody can rap, but everybody can get on a podcast. So now we're seeing people like Luce Cannon, we're seeing people like Bricc Baby, who are artists, but they're known more for their gang affiliations. They're known more for their lifestyle. When they get on podcasts and they talk about their lifestyle, unfortunately, if they're connected to gangs and people in those gangs are still doing crime, it put them in a tough situation. Luce Cannon got some robbery charges, some other things like that. Bricc Baby, I wasn't too clear on his specific charges besides just the federal Rico. We seen that he was one of the people on the board in the operation, in the pictures. Y'all get in the comments. What is Bricc Baby's specific charges? Big U, of course, with the most serious charges. He's got everything from fraud, murder, all type of crazy things. They saying that he deleted a rapper, left his body on the side of a highway, a lot of crazy things. One of Big U's own former artists. Now they keeping a lot of the identities of these people concealed and they're not letting their names go out into the public, but it's a couple of initials that people are starting to try to guess. I don't know. If y'all want to do some research, y'all can guess. It was maybe a boxer involved in a West Coast upcoming rapper. I don't know this Big U artist. If y'all know who he is, get in the comments and let me know. I've seen some names online, but I don't know if it's the truth. Y'all get in the comments and let me know because I never heard of these allegations before. And he is innocent until proven guilty. They even said Shaq and Draymond Green, one of the forwards for the Golden State Warriors, was defrauded, quote unquote, defrauded in one of Big U's schemes. They donated money to his charity, and he, I guess, moved the money from his charity to his own personal bank account, and he used the money for things that he wasn't supposed to, or maybe he wasn't even supposed to move it. I don't know, but he did get fraud charges for that. Like I said, he deleted, or he supposedly had something to do with one of his artists being deleted, his body left on the highway. And it's just a lot of things in here, man. That Big U was something about a marijuana dispensary being robbed. Basically, they trying to say he was like a mafia boss. He was getting all these acts of crime carried out on his behalf, on behalf of the Rolling 60's Crip. He was getting money from other places, using money, mixing it in with the illegal activities, and also extortion. That was one of the big things. And this is another one of the big things where we got to look at No Jumper. All the checking in conversations that Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby have had. And you talk about a Rico for extortion. There were so many hours, probably hundreds of hours of content over the lifespan of No Jumper about checking in, about what happens to people who don't check in. Luce Cannon was allegedly involved in a fight outside of the No Jumper office. So when you have Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon both talking raw, giving crazy stories about people checking in, about people not checking in, about them offering protection to people, and then you see something like this, is crazy, man. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. How do y'all think No Jumper is gonna move forward? This is No Jumper's bread and butter. Let's keep it real. This is their bread and butter. This is how they make money. These are the conversations that get them the views, the likes, the comments, the impressions, the interactions. Will they have to stop having conversations like this? Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Now, this was Big U and 16 others. In this indictment, in this arrest, the police also recovered 49 weapons, 5 pounds of meth, 10,000 fentanyl pills, and large amounts of cash. All right. So these are the things that they initially gonna try to tie everybody to. Some of these people probably got lesser charges, as we even see Luce Cannon. Now he does have some serious charges, but his charges are lesser than Big U's. All right. Everybody's is probably lesser than Big U's at this point, but either way, the drugs, the 5 pounds of meth, the fentanyl pills, the 49 weapons, the large amounts of cash, these are the things that the police is going to try to tie to everybody to try to give everybody pretty serious charges. Some of these guys are going to be able to beat this. I don't know if they're going to be able to get all 18 or 19 of them. Big U is still a fugitive. He's apparently not hasn't been apprehended yet. So he's, I guess, technically a fugitive and he's still on the run. But from what I'm hearing, a lot of people are saying Big U was cooked, man. Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Now, here on Urban Artificial Intelligence, this is a strategic thinking media platform. So everybody who I'm speaking about is innocent in my eyes until they're proven guilty. I don't think any of these people deserve to be in jail before it's proven that they did any of these crimes. So everybody, in my eyes, is innocent until the federal government proves that they're guilty. But I want y'all to get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. Luce Cannon, Big U, Bricc, baby. These were guys in Luce Cannon and Bricc, baby, who I feel personally, and I made content about this before, was about on their way to being elite cultural podcasters, man, especially Bricc, baby. I wasn't tapped into Luce Cannon content as much outside of the No Jumper stuff. I was getting into it, but Bricc, baby, specifically, man, he was on his way, in my opinion, to being an elite urban podcaster, an elite hip hop culture podcaster. So this is unfortunate, man, but we got to see what happens, man. Urban Artificial Intelligence, strategic thinking media platform. If you enjoy this content, like, share, subscribe, and help the channel grow. I'm going to see y'all in the next episode. Peace.